Danny? Danny, the food's ready. Danny Marsden, I said everything's ready. Hurry up.
I got him, Nelly. Come here.
Well, don't let him get away. Give him more line.
Boy, he must be a big one. Look at that line bend. I bet he weighs, 5 pounds? Easy.
If you ever pull him in.
I've been playing him about 10 minutes now. He's in the current.
Well, don't play him too long. The coffee will be cold.
I can't understand it. I didn't expect anything but brook trout here. Boy, just wait till I take this fellow into the office.
Well, reel him in.
Okay, Nellie. You keep your fingers crossed for me. I don't want that line to break.
Boy, that rod's sure taking punishment.
Oh, here she comes now. Slow but sure, Now hand me that line, Nellie. That net right there.
Here you are, Danny. Did you get him? Well, I'll be darned.
Oh, a darn old, rotten, broken down, grimy, twisted rubber boot. Oh, Nellie, if you don't mind plugging those shell pink ears of yours, I've got a few more words I'd like to say.
I can just imagine. Now, wouldn't that old rubber boot look nice, stuffed and hung on your office wall?
Come on now, serve up that lunch of yours, and never mind the banter. Oh, we got to get cracking here now.
Well, get cracking? What do you mean?
Oh, we got work to do, young lady.
Danny Marsden, you said this was to be a picnic.
Sure, and it is. But the picnic part will be over just as soon as I eat this cake. We've got to make some calls,
Calls out here in the country?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I'm starting to get it. This is another one of the chief's assignments.
You must be psychic. You and I, my sweet, must do a 2-column, 1-page feature story on agriculture for Friday's edition of the Mid-City Sentinel.
Well, you picked a nice farm.
You bet. I'd sure like to have that house in Mid-City.
But it must be lonesome.
Oh, I don't know. Look at that radio aerial. They've got the world right in their living room. I bet they know as much about world affairs, probably more than most city people.
And they've got electricity.
Oh, more and more farms are electric now. Farming's getting more like a big business every day.
Oh, Danny, look out. There comes a big dog.
Oh, don't be silly. He won't bite.
Well, what are you jumping back in the car for? Oh, golly, let me in there.
Here, Rover. Here, Rover. Don't worry, folks. He won't bite you. Come on in.
I told Nellie the dog wouldn't bite.
Down, Rover. Come on into the house. We've been waiting for you.
Well, Miss Macroy and I decided to have a little picnic on the way out. And I did a spot of fishing. By the way, this is Miss Macroy, my assistant, Mr. John Carson.
How do you do, Mr. Carson?
How do you do? Just take a chair. Mrs. Carson will be in a moment.
Thanks. Hey, you have a lovely place here, Mr. Carson.
We like it. We often wonder how fellas like Danny here can put up with city life.
You people seem to be having a good time. I can hear you laughing.
Oh, Mrs. Carson, this is my research expert and chief heckler, Nelly Macroy.
Glad to meet you, Nellie.
How do you do?
We've been wanting to have Danny out for a meal for years, but he never seems to make.
And what do you know? Here I am, assigned to write a feature story on the farmer, what his problems are, how he can make more money, how important he is.
Well, a farm's just like a business, Danny, at least these days. Although we do have some problems peculiar to ourselves. We have to sell our products abroad, most of them. That means we have to compete in lands where wages are lower, where the whole standard's lower. Consequently, it's hard for us to get a good price.
In spite of that, you've been doing pretty well lately, haven't you?
That's true. Recent years have brought a marked degree of prosperity to the farmer. But mind you, it hasn't been that way for long. We've a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, that's true enough.
While we must sell our goods abroad where prices are lower, we have to buy the machinery, clothes, and so on that we need here in Canada, where the standard of living's quite high. We have to trade our hours of labor on the farm for your hours of labor in the city. If you city workers are going to work shorter hours for higher pay, plus company pensions, health insurance schemes, holidays with pay, and all the other things you workers are asking for these days, it's not going to be a very fair trade.
Well, surely you're not against those things.
Looks like Nellie's going to give you an argument, John.
As long as Nellie gets this straight. We farmers must buy your automobiles, farm machinery, textiles, and yes, newspapers, too. If 1 hour labor on the farm is only worth about half as much as one of your hours of labor, the day will come when we won't be able to pay, and you'll lose a mighty important customer. You'll be in a spot. Farming, remember, is still Canada's most important primary industry. Just processing the raw materials we provide keeps thousands of you in jobs.
In all fairness, you must remember that our taxes help to pay for floor prices on farm products.
Oh, I don't like subsidies any more than you do, Danny. But we've all got to cooperate. Industrial workers, farmers, government, and business, if subsidies are going to be eliminated. Remember, we lost thousands and thousands of dollars because we were not allowed to sell our products in the open market.
Oh, I just brought up the point, John, because you're going after us city workers rather hard.
Besides, we'd be all in favor of farmers having pension plans, health schemes, holiday pay, and that sort of thing. It's not that we're after such things for ourselves only.
How about that, John? There's a new twist for you.
Nellie, I know you're not out to deprive us farmers of anything. But you see, we know all too well those things you talked of have to be paid for. And we're not so sure that we can afford it. I sometimes think you city people take such things for granted as gifts from society, and you forget they have to be paid for.
Well, why do you think we look at such things differently?
We're closer to realities, perhaps. City people have milk come to them in bottles and bread and butter wrapped up neatly in wax paper. You turn on the water tap and ride the buses and walk on the cement sidewalks, and they seem to appear for your use without any active work on your part. You kind of forget how much human labor goes into the production of all those things. You forget that in the final analysis, pensions, holiday pay, all those other fine things have to be paid for out of human labor. We farmers sometimes worry that our labor is going to do most of the paying, while you in the city work less and less for more and more. On the farm, we just can't get the cows and chickens to go along with that scheme.
Oh, but couldn't you hire men and work 2 shifts?
Yes, and make more jobs.
That sounds good. But remember, as I said, we have to sell our goods abroad in lands where the standard of living is low. You city folks can't begin to buy all we produce. If we were to hire more men and work 2 shifts instead of 1, the price of our grain would have to go up, and our bacon and butter and all the rest. Can you see Great Britain willingly paying more for our produce so that we Canadian farmers can have shorter hours? Not likely. And I notice you folks in the city in Canada set up a hold fast when the price of butter and eggs gets high.
You know, that's interesting, what you said about the different viewpoint a farmer has from a city person.
The funny thing, John, you farmers are the most catered to people by anyone with anything to sell. But it seems to take a lot of talking to sell you anything.
That's because, as Nellie commented, we have a different viewpoint. And you'll forgive me for saying it's a pretty sound viewpoint. You see, when someone tries to sell Canada on the idea that the government can do almost anything just by having a lot more laws and a lot more clerks in government departments, we stop and think. We know that gifts from society aren't exactly gifts from Providence. The city man looks on sidewalks, transit systems, waterworks, lighting, schools, and so on as something society just handed to him. Farmers know differently.
How come?
Well, we may not have as many conveniences you have, but the ones we do have are mighty familiar to us. We're interested in our municipalities, and we know that our taxes pay for any improvements we get. Most of us have served a term on the school board, and we know how much we pay for free education. Country dwellers know all these things, so they don't fall for glib stories about how the government can give us this or give us that.
Oh, yes, John, but most of those who promise to give you a lot of things free plan to change our system of government. They'd give us what they call a planned economy.
Good gosh, Danny, that's the most ridiculous talk I've heard. Here, come to this window. There. See that piece of land? How does that look to you?
Oh, it does look nice, all black and rich looking.
Well, it looks swell, but I don't quite get the point.
The point is this. Those furrows are plowed straight. They're plowed just the right depth. In a couple of weeks, we'll harrow and disc. It'll be well done, I can tell you. Come seeding time, my son will sow the land of the best oats we can get. With good luck, good weather, and God willing, we'll harvest and thrash the crop this fall. Some of it will be used locally, and some will go overseas. I feel that we farmers who grow the grain should have perfect freedom to sell it without restriction when and to whom we please in normal times.
Yes, but I still don't get you.
You were talking about planning. That's what I've been talking about. For heaven's sakes, what is that but planning? If some bureaucrat in Ottawa thinks he can plan me a better crop of oats at a better price, he'd better think again. We got plenty of planning in this country, Danny, and plenty of government right now without adding any more to it. We can do our planning on the spot. I think we can plan this farm as well or better than any politician can do it.
You mean what you say, don't you, Mr. Carson? And I, for one, think it makes sense.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry, I got a bit worked up. Incidentally, you'd get worked up, too, I think, if Ottawa started to plan the Mid-City Sentinel for you. If some lad in Ottawa who didn't know a printer's dummy from an income tax form started to tell you how to set, type, or write your articles, you'd shout good and loud, too.
What's that about shouting, John? It's my turn to shout. Soup's on, a real farm meal. Come and get it.
I'll be in town Thursday, Danny. I'll come up and check on that article if you like. The Chamber of Commerce meeting doesn't start till 8:30.
Farmers at a Chamber of Commerce meeting?
Why, lots of chambers of commerce and boards of trade are made up largely of farmers. Farming's a business these days. Besides, the businessmen and farmers see eye to eye on most problems.
I'll have to check into that for my article. I never have thought of it.
Read the Chamber of Commerce Policy Statement of Agriculture. It'll give you some good ideas.
Now, I promised you a real farm meal, so come and have it while it's hot.
After that talk with John Carson, it was no chore to do my feature on agriculture. It was one of my best, I thought. It pointed out that the farmer, as an integral part of our free enterprise system, must be assured of access to world markets for all his exportable surplus commodities, with a minimum of restriction and at the earliest possible date. It's just a cooperation between the farmer and the businessman, a form of cooperation based on mutual interest. I used John Carson's illustration to show that the farmer managing his land will never be sold on the idea that some expert at Ottawa could plan for him as well as he can plan for himself. Now, Nelly was just as interested in the article as I was, it seemed. At any rate, she came busting into my office all excited when the paper came off the press.
Here, Danny, the first copy. Quick, turn to page 6.
Page 6? That's the sports page. What, did they change the makeup?
I don't know, but anyway, you're on page 6.
Let me see. Surely they didn't run my stuff on the sports page. Oh, here we are. Page 6.
Look, Danny, there you are. See?
Nelly, you vixen. You traitor.
That'll teach you, telling me we were going on a picnic.
My golly, I should put you across my knee for that.
Oh, don't you look cute in that picture, though? And the rubber boot.
Oh.
The sports editor says he thinks they'll give you a prize. It's probably the heaviest rubber boot pulled out of Carson's Creek this year. That's a good thing I had my camera along, Danny, or nobody'd have believed you caught it all by your little self.
Nelly Macroy, I think I'm slowly beginning to fall in love with you. At least I feel an urgent desire right now to get my hands around that little neck of yours.